So now we're going to have another warm round of applause to welcome Dietrich Ruhlmann. His company is called GaiaXus, and it is embarking on a groundbreaking initiative to enhance environmental education and collaboration through the development of a cutting-edge water quality sensor system. So he's going to tell us more. So thank you. Welcome.
Outstanding. Thank you, Laura. And first of all, thank you for letting us present here. This is a fantastic opportunity to mix and mingle and also pitch. This is our first pitch to raise a little bit of money. I'll talk a little bit more about this, but this is new land for us, and we'll appreciate all the advice from Vance and Laura and the team that give us. So very quickly, thank you for having us here. I'm joined here by my colleague Lee Brindle, who sits out there, who handles all the technical questions. So if you're asking me how stuff works, I'll point at him. We are building an environmental water quality monitoring system, and the big question is, why would you want to do this? And there are two drivers that we've identified in the market. One of them is citizen science, so this is everyday citizens going out there and taking care of the environment. And the second one is K-12, and I'll talk mostly about K-12 today. This is schools that are taking students from the classroom into the environment in order to teach environmental science, but not just environmental science, but also physics, other STEM courses, chemistry, biology, geology, and so on. And these are amazing drivers, and they're relatively new. They're over the last couple of years, specifically coming in after COVID, where the outdoors is seen as a classroom and as a point of engagement for citizen science. And this is amazing. This is a really cool story. The only problem is it doesn't work. And one of the reasons it doesn't work is the equipment and the tools that citizen science and students have available to actually meaningfully engage with the environment are either incredibly expensive, like the one that I have here on the left side, the YSI devices that are fantastically accurate, but unfortunately $12,000, or they're completely inaccurate and technologically outdated, like the little dipstick that you may remember from your school, where you dip it into the water. Well, the problem with this, these work when they're educational, but employers and academic universities nowadays are looking for more data science skills and more analytical skills from the kids. So we have a mismatch what a school can deliver and what the tools can deliver. So what do we do about it? Well, we decided to do the obvious and start calling people and saying, what kind of systems would you like to have? So we interviewed dozens and many dozens of educators and came to the conclusion saying, hey, we need to build an entire system from scratch. So what we ended up with is an IoT platform that measures water quality within an educational and citizen science context on the left side. And this is a physical device. I have one here. I can pass it around in a second. And it measures things like the water temperature, the salinity, the turbidity, the color of the water, the depth, and so on. And it transferred this to our app. And here comes the interesting part. The app doesn't just control the water quality monitor. It also contextualizes the data within the curriculum that the teacher set. So here I have an example from us where we're talking about the horseshoe crabs in the Chesapeake Bay. What kind of salinity do they want to accept? What kind of turbidity do they want? What kind of ecosystem do horseshoe crabs want to live in? And this context makes the difference between us and other companies that just provide you a number. Here we make it personal. Here we make the environment personal to the student. And on the right side, what we do is we're building a platform, or we have a platform where we put all the data, and then we can map it, we can overlay it with data from NOAA or weather data, tides data, and contextualize it further. We can say, hey, do you see an outlier? Why do you think this trend is warming? What do you think we can do about it? And this brings the context into the platform. Where are we? The company started in 2021, and Patty Simonton, who's here, she knows, she was there on day zero. In fact, before day zero. Thank you for the support. So we started off. We were very fortunate to get SBIR from Department of Education, and from Department of Education phase 1, phase 2, and we're now raising a little bit of money, a phase 2 affair in a pre-seed round to get us into early stage manufacturing. I'm buzzing. A couple of, is that the 4-minute or the 8-minute? Thanks. So a couple of data points here, what we've done in the last year. So we've engaged with over 300 students, especially we're targeting low resource or low income communities because that's where we have the greatest impact on STEM education. So we worked in Kenya, we worked in Hawaii, actually last week. We were in Hilo, Hawaii with a school. that is a very low resource school. And we're looking there within the context of IRBs at outcome studies.
Okay, we have to wrap it now.
All right.
Have to wrap it now, unfortunately, but
Right.
so much good information here, but there might be a lot of questions. So
right,
let's check with the judges first. Any questions over here?
Why don't you tell us how you're going to make money with this?
That's always
Well,
a
let
good
me show you a
question.
slide. It's an IoT platform. So we sell devices like these. These are water quality monitors. And then we have a subscription model. But we also want to commercialize the data itself. And I don't mean the students' data. I mean water quality data.
Is there a component to that where there will be a solution offered, or are you going to partner with companies that are trying to address quality of water issues?
So yes, our primary focus is K-12 education. And we're looking for school systems to work with universities and partners in government to address large environmental monitoring programs. But in terms of remediation, no, we've not really looked at that.
Tell us about your background and your connection to building this company.
Yeah, my background is medical device. Lee's background is defense industry. So we have a strong focus on security and data privacy. My background is product development. So from medical device. I used to work for Medtronic, for example. And why I'm doing this, it was a passion of mine to combine science and the outdoors with education. And I think we have a product need.
Okay, questions from the audience? You already told me you were loud. All right, good.
I can appreciate your solution. I can step one
Sure.
real world question. I know the EPA has gold standards for
Yes.
certifying systems like this.
Absolutely.
Sensors of this nature. Are you guys seeking that level of EPA sort of certification so you can kind
Yeah.
of commercialize the product outside of the educational market into the commercial arena?
So the answer is yes, but not yet. So on the development side, on these devices, we are already exceeding some of the FDA standards, EPA standards, sorry, not FDA, EPA standards. We're exceeding some of them today. But we're not seeking them because we work within the context of education. So we don't actually have to. We're not a safety device that tells you whether it's safe to drink the water. We're an educational device that tells you what is the context of the water, why is it too salty during the winter, where does the road salt come from.
Right. I just didn't know if you guys were doing a dual track, since you're on that model already.
Yeah.
How far along would it take you to go to a commercialized product outside of the education? If you were to go that
Very quickly. Very quickly. So again, the sensors are identical to the sensors that have EPA approval. So we can do this very quickly, the certification. It's a matter of money and focus.
Is it scalable to add other sensors in there for measuring?
Interestingly, yes. So the question was, are we adding other sensors? So this is the first of 3 devices we're launching. So we have other sensors in the pipeline, and Steve knows this we're working with UMBC on the development of another sensor that looks more into contamination rather than water quality. So this is a platform for general water quality monitors. Yes. Thank you.
What was the ask?
Funding ask?
So we're raising 250 now in a pre-seed, and then next year in 2025 we're looking for 750,000, sorry, for a seed round to scale the sales and marketing team. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.